ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है आज के
We welcome all of you to today's Bhagavad Gita class. We are studying 7th chapter, verse 15. In the previous two verses, Bhagavan explained how the Jiva is bewildered by his Maya, and due to that he doesn't know Bhagavan. And Bhagavan also explained the process how to cross over this Maya, and that process is taking his shelter, Sharanagati. There is no other way. So naturally the question arises that if this is the method and people are bewildered and because of that they are suffering, then why don't people take shelter of Bhagavan? What is the problem? What is the obstacle?
15वां श्लोक
For that reason, Bhagavan speaks this 15th verse.
प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः मायया पृथग्ज्ञान आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः, जिनमें किंचित भी विवेक नहीं है, जो मनुष्यों में अधम,
those who are utterly bereft of discrimination, those who are the lowest of men, those whose wisdom has been carried away by Maya, and those who have embraced the secularist, materialistic, asuric nature, all such performers of unmeritorious acts do not take refuge in me. So here Bhagavan has used one word, that is dushkarmi, those who perform dushta karma or unmeritorious acts.
शास्त्र के विरुद्ध कार्य
Means those actions which are against Shastra.
शास्त्र के विरुद्ध क्या कार्य है, जो दूसरों
And
को
what are the actions against Shastra?
कष्ट देता है अपने लाभ के लिए,
For their own benefit, they give trouble, they give inflict to others, inflict suffering upon others. Shastra wants that in this society people should live peacefully in a loving way, and they should follow Bhagavan, they should take interest in Bhagavan, and the jiva that will be interested in Bhagavan should be turned towards Bhagavan, will not inflict suffering upon others. But when we turn away from Bhagavan and we are attached to our body and things related to this body, then for getting that, we are ready to do anything. If we do not have any fear that after death, what will happen to us, what will be our destination, this time, whatever is the government, whatever is the system, in order to protect ourselves, we will do anything. But there are some people who know all this, knowingly still engage in the wrong activities. So they are referred to here as dushkriti. Dush means dushta. Kriti is action. So Bhagavan has made 4 divisions of these people. One is Moodha, second is Naradhama, third is Maya Pretagyana, and 4 is Asuram Bhavam Ashrita. So what is the difference between these 4? What do they mean? So the commentators have explained according to their own point of view. So Moodha is simple. Moodha is from Muh Dhatu, Muh Vaichitya, means the person who is bewildered, who does not have the correct knowledge, who assumes rope to be snake, who is bewildered, he has lost his discrimination, because when a person is bewildered, is in illusion, then he cannot discriminate. If we see rope in snake, then we cannot discriminate if this is whether this is rope or this is snake. We will assume it to be snake only. Similarly, the person who is bewildered and thinks that I am the enjoyer and there is no Bhagavan, or
अनेक प्रकार का मोह हो सकता है, तो वो व्यक्ति फिर शास्त्र की बात तो नहीं मानेगा, क्योंकि उसमें
then such a person will not listen to Shastra. He will not have Shraddha in Shastra.
इसका मोह का मूल कारण जो है वो होता है काम, जो तीसरे अध्याय में भगवान पहले बता चुके हैं.
And the main reason for moha is kama or lust, which Bhagavan already explained, because Arjun had asked this question only.
अनिच्छन्नपि वासने बलादिव प्रयोजिता. तो उन्होंने यही प्रश्न पूछा था कि आदमी गलत काम क्यों करता है.
Arjun had asked it, why does human being engage in the wrong activities?
वो पाप कर्म, दुष्कृति मतलब जो पाप कर्म करता है, पाप माने जो शास्त्र विरुद्ध कार्य करता है, तो क्यों करता है. और कभी तो यह है कि वो जानता है फिर भी करता है, ये गलत है.
So one is that he knows, knowingly he does. This also happens. People knowingly engage in wrong actions. Everyone knows that one should not speak lies. You don't have to teach this to others. Every person knows this. Still, there are very rare people who are truthful. So why does this happen? So for that reason, Bhagavan said that this kama is there in the person. Kama means desire, strong desire. And because of that only, human being performs Nishiddha karma, forbidden activities. Why? Because kama covers the intelligence of the person. When a person has a strong desire for something, then his intelligence does not function properly. The kama or lust pressurizes him so much that he is unable to take proper decision. But before that, the 6 type of enemies that we speak about, lust, anger, greed, etc. So in these 6 enemies, the main one is kama only, lust. Others are all born from kama. So if there is any obstacle in kama, then one becomes angry. If kama is fulfilled, then one becomes greedy. And then both lead to moha. In anger, out of anger also the person becomes bewildered. He forgets everything. Bhagavan already said that anger leads to sammohan, hypnotism. When a person is angry, then he becomes totally bewildered, hypnotized, like hypnotized. If you, when a person is under hypnosis, if you tell this is hot, then even if it's a cold object, the person will think it is hot. So this is due to the sammohana. So this is the situation of a person who is under the control of lust. And then he is under mada or madness. Because if he is become successful, then out of greed he will get more power. And then he thinks that who else is there like me? When a person becomes angry, then also he becomes in the control, he gets under the control of mada.
तो ये दूसरा देखना होता है। न्याय में बोलते हैं ना, प्रथम दर्शन द्वितीय दर्शन। पहले धुआं देखा रसोई में, वो प्रथम दर्शन, फिर देखा धुआं पर्वत पर, वो द्वितीय दर्शन। तो यहाँ भी ऐसे ही क्रोध में भी एक देखना होता है। जब क्रोध में देखता है तो दूसरा देखना होता है, मद से देखता है, और फिर मत्सर्य है। तो इसी से व्यक्ति जो है फिर वो दुराचार करता है। इसलिए भगवान ने कहा कि ये 3 द्वार हैं नरक जाने
So
के।
Bhagavan said there are 3 gates to hell.
नरकस्य द्वारम, काम क्रोध लोभ,
lust, greed and anger.
मूल इसका काम ही है। तो इसी से
So in these 3, the main one is kama or lust only. And the others come from kama only.
वो कामना किस प्रकार की है,
so the desire is of what nature, what type,
उसके अनुसार मोह की मात्रा,
how much is the desire. Accordingly, proportionately, there will be anger and moha and others. When kama is very strong, then moha is also very strong.
तो ये काम आता है रजोगुण से।
So this kama comes from rajoguna.
मोहितम जगत के सर्वम ए भी सर्वमिदम जगत मोहितम ना अभिजानत, के 3 गुणों के कारण मोह है। तो रजोगुण जो है वो,
so this moha is due to the 3 gunas. Rajogun generates it and then it leads to tamogun. The result of rajogun is suffering.
अगर वो सत्व से प्रभावित नहीं है,
if it is not influenced by sattva or not influenced by bhakti, then the result of rajogun will be suffering. That's why we see generally people, they do something according to their desire, and that desire is in rajogun, and then its result is suffering.
मोह के कारण वो इस बात को समझ नहीं पाते हैं.
But due to moha,
एक जो कार्य कारण
they are
संबंध
unable
होता
to
है
understand.
कि एक कारण से एक कार्य होता है, तो इसको समझने के लिए भी तो थोड़ी बुद्धि चाहिए ना. लेकिन क्योंकि व्यक्ति मोहित हो जाता है, तो वो ये नहीं समझ पाता कि ये एक्चुअली मेरे ही कार्य का फल है, ये मैंने ही ये सब निर्णय लिया था और उसके कारण अब मैं कष्ट उठा रहा हूँ.
The
नहीं, वो
person
जब
doesn't
कष्ट
understand
आएगा
that it is
तो
me only
दूसरा
who is
कार्य बिगाड़ देगा,
responsible
फिर
for
वो ये
this.
नहीं सोचेगा कि क्यों आया ये, और फिर वो दूसरा कार्य करेगा.
He becomes implicated in just trying to resolve the suffering, but he doesn't deliberate why did I get this suffering. So in this way, then he implements the solution and again suffers. So those who are the dushkritina, ultimately they will suffer only.
उसको कोई बदल नहीं सकता.
Nobody can change it.
और इसमें वो स्वयं ही कारण है.
And they themselves are the cause for this.
इसलिए भगवान उसको बताते हैं. तो यहाँ जब उनको मूड कह रहे हैं, अब किसी व्यक्ति को आप मूड कहो तो उसको बुरा लगेगा.
So here Bhagavan is telling this person is mood. If you tell someone is mood, he'll feel bad. So Bhagavan is not telling this in the sense of criticism. When we criticize someone, we say the person is a mood, he's an ass.
तो लेकिन भगवान उस दृष्टि से नहीं बोल रहे.
But Bhagavan is not speaking with that mood of criticism. He is just explaining the facts.
दूसरा होता है नराधम.
Then the next one is Naradhama.
उससे एक सीढ़ी ऊपर है.
This is one step above the mood. So Sri Ramanujacharya ji says that this mood, Naradhama, Maya, Parita, Jnana and Asuram Bhavam Ashrita, one,
वो कहते हैं उत्तरोत्तर पापिष्ठ.
The next one is more sinful than the previous one.
तो आगे वाला नराधम.
So the next one is Naradhama. Naradhama means the lowest among the humans or even lower than human being.
तो मनुष्य में नीच या मनुष्य से भी नीच. तो मनुष्य से नीच क्या होता है? पशु.
So who is lower than a human being? That is animal. So Naradhama means animal also. So this person is like animal. Why? Because he has got a human body. That's why he is referred to as Nara.
वो लाभ नहीं उठाता. वो काम वही करता है पशुओं जैसा.
He doesn't take any benefit of this. He works like animals.
तो है तो मनुष्य है.
So he is human.
उसके दो हाथ दो पैर.
He has 2 hands, 2 legs. He looks like human being, but works like animal.
तो इसलिए कभी-कभी मनुष्य को कहते हैं कि ये पशु है.
That's why sometimes even some human being is referred to as animal. Why? Because he doesn't look like an animal. If you see his photo, he looks like human being. But his activities are like those of animals. So one is we have a name based on our form, and there may be a name based on activities. If you work in an office, if they say that you are engineer, manager, but you are human being, but why do they designate you as engineer or manager, etc.? That is based on your activities. Similarly, our actions, here Bhagavan is saying duskritina. Why? This person is like animal. Why? Because he's working like animal only. He's not working as human being. Because this human form of life is only meant for realizing Bhagavan. In Upanishad it is said that one who after having attained the human form of life but does not attain Bhagavan, such a person is kripana, he is a miser.
वो दयनीय है. और भागवत में भी यही कहा कि वो
in Srimad Bhagavatam also it is said that such a person is not actually a human being.
भगवान मुकुंद की सेवा पशु को छोड़ के और कोई क्यों नहीं करेगा?
So in Bhagavad it is said that why will one not serve Bhagavan? Why will one serve anyone other than Bhagavan? So such people, they are envious of Bhagavan and
इसलिए कष्ट उठाते हैं. तो विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती जी कहते हैं कि स्वेच्छा से भक्ति को छोड़ देते हैं, क्योंकि
Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that voluntarily they give up bhakti, thinking that there is no use of this bhakti. That's why they are designated here as Naradhama. Then the next one is Maya Pritagyana. So their knowledge is stolen away by Maya. So these are the people who were referred to in the previous verse. These people, they know Shastra, they study Shastra, but they are unable to get the correct meaning of Shastra. And that is because they are Dushkriti. So they know that Rama, Krishna, they are Bhagavan, but they say these are human beings. Or as it is said in Advaitavad, that this is also just an upadhi of Brahman, the upadhi of Vidya over Brahman, and that is how you get Ishwar. So knowing like this is Maya Aparita Jnana. That's why Vaishnavas call the Advaitwadis as Mayavadis, because their whole game runs on the Maya only. According to them, if there is no Maya, it's all Brahma. Just due to upadhi of Maya, there is Jiva and Ishwar. So Vaishnavas explain like this. So these people also do not take shelter of Bhagavan. And the fourth ones are the Asuras. Who is Asura? Asura can be understood in two ways. One meaning is one who is all the time, his life is centered just around his body. He considers body to be everything, considers himself to be the body, who is the Dehatmavadi, like Charvak. And the other Asura is that one, the one who is opposed to Bhagavan. Like when Bhagavan Sri Krishna appeared, then so many Asuras, they attacked him, like Aghasur, Bakasur, Vyomasur, etc. So they actively oppose Bhagavan. So they are also known as Asuras. So the devotees are known as Deva. Those who are the bhaktas of Vishnu, they are known as Dev. Bhagavan explains two types of srishti in Gita. So Devas are those who are the devotees of Bhagavan. And Asuras are those who are opposed to Bhagavan.
कष्ट पाते हैं। तान हम दुष्ट क्रूरन संसारे सुनराधमान क्षिपामि अजस्रम असुरम आसुरस्य योनि से। तो असुर योनि में जाते हैं, फिर बन जन्म लेते हैं और आसुर योनि में
they go to the Asura Yoni, they take janma there.
अप्राप्य कौनते ततो यन्ति अधमाम गते। तो यहाँ कष्ट उठाते रहते हैं।
So they keep suffering here. So in this way, these four types of people, they are turned away from Bhagavan. So the divisions of human beings, we can make that division in many ways. One is by wealth, one is rich, someone is poor, or color, somebody is bright, somebody is dark skinned, or someone is by gender, someone is man, somebody is woman, or by nationality, or by education. So we can categorize human beings on various parameters. We can do it based on varnashram. So we can categorize human beings on many parameters in this world. But actually, Bhagavan has made only two categories. One is those who are turned towards him, and the others are those who are turned away from him. One is Deva, the other is Asura. So actually, there are only two divisions.
ये जो विमुख है, जो
Now,
भगवान से
those who
विमुख
are
है,
turned away from
ये
Bhagavan,
कष्ट पाएगा हमेशा।
that
जब तक
person
व्यक्ति
will always
परमात्मा
suffer.
से विमुख रहेगा,
As long
तो वो
as
अशांत
human being
रहेगा।
remains turned away from Bhagavan,
तो
he will never be peaceful.
जो अयुक्त है, भगवान से युक्त नहीं है, उसमें विवेक
One
नहीं
who
होगा,
is not
बुद्धि नहीं होगी,
connected to Bhagavan, he will not have
सुख
viveka.
भावना, तो वो अशांत रहेगा। और
That
अशांत
person will not be
सुखम,
peaceful.
अशांत को सुख
And
प्राप्त
the
नहीं
person
होता।
who is not peaceful,
तो
how
आज
can
का
he be
समाज हम
happy?
यही देख रहे हैं।
So this is what we see
आज
in
का जो
today's
हमारा
society.
आधुनिक समाज है,
Our modern
इसमें
society,
टेक्नोलॉजी
it
और
has so much of
हमारा जो
technology,
विज्ञान है, उसने बहुत तरक्की
so
कर ली
much
है।
science,
तो
they
मानना
have
पड़ेगा,
progressed so
बहुत
much. This
गहराई
is
तक
something we
पहुंच
have
गए
to
हैं।
accept.
अणु
They
को
have
तोड़
gone
दिया,
extremely deep.
हमारे
They
वैशेषिक
have
को
even
निकाल
split
दिया,
the
हमारे पास
atom.
कुछ नहीं है।
Vaisheshika
तो
said
उनसे
that there is nothing beyond the
बात करने
atom,
के
but
लिए कनेक्ट
the
किया,
modern scientists, they
और
even have
बाहर
gone
में
beyond the atom also. And even in outer space,
करोड़ों
they have
आसमानी
gone very
कक्षाएं
far.
वहां जा रहे हैं।
Even beyond moon, where all they are going, they only know.
तो हमारा तो ज्ञान नहीं है उस विषय में।
So I'm not an expert in
लेकिन
that space
अगर हम
science or any
देखें
other
समाज
technology.
की स्थिति,
But if we see if
तो
we
समाज
analyze the
में शांति
condition of
नहीं है,
society, there is no peace in the
भय,
society.
अशांति,
There is so much of
असंतोष है,
fear, unrest,
और उसके कारण
dissatisfaction.
अपराध हैं,
Because of that, so much
तंत्र तंत्र
crime.
हैं,
Everywhere there is so much of
मनुष्य की
crime.
मानसिक स्थिति
Human
दिन ब
beings'
बदतर है। मनुष्यों के
state
मानसिक
of
जो
mind is going down day by day.
ने
So
बहुत
many
प्रकार
mental
की दवाइयों का
diseases.
अनुसंधान किया
Science
है,
has invented
लेकिन
so many
बीमारियां भी बढ़ रही हैं
medicines,
उसी
but
प्रकार से।
diseases are also increasing accordingly.
हमारे जीवन को सुखी करने के लिए बहुत उन्होंने उपकरण खोजे,
Scientists
लेकिन
have
वो
invented
भी
so many
अच्छा नहीं है।
machines to
तो
make
उसका
our
मूल
life
कारण क्या
happy,
है? मूल कारण
peaceful,
यही है कि
but there is no peace anywhere.
हम
So, what is the
परमात्मा
main
को नहीं
reason?
समझेंगे, जो कि
The
हमारा
reason
मूल
is that
स्रोत है,
our
और हम
ignorance
अपने
about
आप को नहीं
Paramatma.
समझेंगे,
Unless we understand
हमारी
Paramatma, who is
मूलभूत
our
आवश्यकता क्या
original
है,
source, unless we
और हम
understand what are
परमात्मा को
our
कहाँ से प्राप्त कर
primary
सकते हैं,
necessities and from
जब
where
तक
we
ये
can get
हमें ठीक से समझ नहीं
happiness,
आएगा,
unless we
तब तक
understand
हम
this
उसको कैसे प्राप्त
properly,
करेंगे।
how can we attain that?
तो उसी के लिए भगवान ने
So,
यहाँ
for
पे
that reason, here Bhagavan has made two
पांचवें अध्याय में भी
divisions.
यही बात बोली
In
है।
the fifth chapter,
एक
also,
में
he
जो
was
कहा था
telling
कि
this same thing.
यही संस्पर्शा होगा, जो बाहर के जो विषय हैं उनमें जो रमण करता है तो उससे दुख आता है। और उससे पहले उन्होंने कहा था कि जो आत्मा में ही रमण करता है, सो स सुखम अश्नुते, अक्षयम सुखम अश्नुते, वो अक्षय सुख को, तो वहां भी उन्होंने दो विभाग किए थे।
So there also
यहाँ भी दो
Bhagavan had
विभाग कर
made
रहे
two
हैं,
divisions. Here
आगे
also
भी
he is
जाके यही
making two
कहेंगे 6वें
divisions.
अध्याय में।
And later also
तो
in
यही बात
16th
वो
chapter,
बताना चाह रहे हैं कि हम अपना जीवन
so
जो है वो
he
दो प्रकार
is
से जी
trying
सकते
to
हैं।
make this point
एक
only,
भगवान को
that
केंद्र
we
बना
can
के
lead
और
our
एक
life
अपने
in
आप
two
को केंद्र
ways.
बना के।
One is by making
तो
Bhagavan as
भगवान को
center, the
केंद्र
other is by
बनाएंगे तो
making
हमारा
ourselves
एक
as the
ही है,
center. When we
तो
make
सब
Bhagavan as
सदगुरुओं का
center, because Bhagavan is
सब
one
सदगुरु
only,
मिलके
he
केंद्र
will be
बनाएंगे।
center
हम
of
अपने आप को
everyone,
केंद्र
then we
बनाएंगे
can we can live
तो
in
उसके लिए
cooperation
ये
with
केंद्र
love.
में भी शांति नहीं
But if
होगी।
we make
जब तक
ourselves as
व्यक्ति
the
किसी
center,
को
then
प्राप्त
every
करना है,
person will be considering himself or herself as the center and will be self-centered actually.
तो
So
ये
then why will someone care
साधारण
for
सी बात
the
है
other
अगर समझा
person?
जाए तो, और
So
वास्तव
this
में
is
हमारी सारी
a simple
समस्याओं का
point if we actually
समाधान इसी में
understand
है।
it, and all
लेकिन
our and it contains
कई
the
बार लोग
solution
यही
to all
कहते
our
हैं कि हम मूढ़
problems.
हैं,
But
नराधम हैं, ज्ञान
unfortunately,
है आसुर
if
भाव,
we fall in one of these
तब
four
ये बात हमारी
categories
समझ में नहीं
that
आती।
Bhagavan explained in this verse, then
तो
we do
आज
not
की जो हम लोग
understand this
शिक्षा
simple
दी जा
point.
रही है
So the today's
वो वास्तव
education
में
is
इसी
actually
प्रकार की है, हमको
is of
दुष्कृति
this
बनाने
type
के लिए
only.
की है,
It is making us more and more
क्योंकि उसमें यही सिखाया
dushkriti,
जाता है
because there
कि
they teach this
आप
only,
आप ही हैं और
that
ये संसार आपके लिए ही
this
बनाया
world
गया
is
है।
made for you only.
तो जब तक हम भगवान को नकारते
So
रहेंगे,
as long as we
तब
keep
तक हम अपने
ignoring
आप को भी
Bhagavan,
नकारते रहेंगे,
till then we keep ignoring ourselves also,
क्योंकि हम भी तो उन्हीं के अंश हैं।
because we are also
जो
anshas of
हम हैं,
Bhagavan
हम
only,
ये शरीर, उसकी हम पूजा करते रहेंगे,
and we are not the body, but we
उसकी
keep
हम सेवा
worshipping the
करते रहेंगे,
body.
उसके सुख के लिए हम कार्य करते रहेंगे।
We keep working
लेकिन
to
जिस
serve this
प्रकार से
body for
अगर
the pleasure of this body.
वृक्ष के जड़ में पानी डाला जाए तो पूरा वृक्ष हरा
But
भरा
when
रहेगा,
we pour water
लेकिन
on the
अगर उसके
tree, the
जड़
whole
में
tree
पानी
will
डाल डाल
be
के
green.
हम
fresh. But if we do not pour water on the root, instead we pour water on the leaves, etc., then the tree will not get any nourishment. When we put food in the stomach, the whole body gets nourished. But if we simply smell the food, if we simply see the food, or we hear the glories of the food, are we going to get any nourishment by that? No. So today's society, which is trying to search for the sources of happiness, is actually like that only. That is why we never get peace and happiness in the society. No matter how much we say, people say there's Aquarius period, now there is Satyuga, Kali Yuga is gone, whatever you like, you may say. The parameter is simply that if human beings are turning towards Bhagavan, it is Satya Yuga, and if they are away from Bhagavan, then it is Kali Yuga. There is no other parameter. So here Bhagavan is giving the solution to all the problems. Vishwanath Chakravarti ji makes an interesting point. He says that he gives an interesting meaning of the word Dushkriti. He says that it is made with two words, Dush and Kriti. Dush means Dushta. Kriti word in Sanskrit is refers to Pandita, knowledgeable person. Vidwan person, knowledgeable, wise person is known as Kriti or expert. So he says that these are Dushta Panditas. So one is a good Pandit, the other is a Dushta Pandit. Who is a Dushta Pandit? He simply argues. On every point he presents argument, and his arguments are only meant to refute, like Vitanda. So this Duskriti is the Vitandavadi. So if you speak about Bhagavan, he will try to refute that. Whatever you speak, he will refute that. He will not agree with you. He will try to refute Shastra also. Then such a Dushkriti person, he will not do bhajan of Bhagavan. So this is how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained. Then the next category, who worships him. Hey Arjun, four kinds of virtuous people worship me, O Arjuna: the distressed, those inquiring into the nature of truth, the seeker of wealth, and the wise Gyani, O best of Bharatas. So this is also an important verse, because you should not think that these four are somewhere else only. It is we only who are like this. So he is explaining, because Bhagavan explains two types of bhaktis here. One is Guni Bhuta Bhakti and the other is Kevala Bhakti. Guni Bhuta Bhakti means one is mixed bhakti, which is mixed with karma or jnana or yoga. Mixed bhakti means the person does bhakti to fulfill his material desire, and the desire can also be of two types. One will be paramarthik, the other is lokik. Lokik kamna, the worldly desire, can also be of two types. One is to get favorable situation and the other is to remove the unfavorable situation. The one who is artha or dukhi wants to remove the unfavorable situation, and the artharthi, he wants to attain the favorable position. Paramarthik is above this. Paramarthik is also of two types, one who wants moksha, the other who wants bhakti. So Bhagavan's motivation is to explain to us what is the paramarthik desire. what Sri Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anyavilashita Shunyam. But in order to explain that, we have to explain the current situation, because we think that we are doing bhajan, we are Sukriti. Yes, we are Sukriti, but because we are doing bhajan. But why we are doing bhajan, that is what we have to understand. So it is essential to understand 2 points, and both points are very important. One is bhav, and the other is kriti.
ये जो कृति जो मैंने कहा ना, कृति जिसका मतलब होता है पंडित, वो कृति में बड़े की मात्रा, और एक होता है कृति जिसमें छोटे की मात्रा, दोनों अलग शब्द हैं। तो जो बड़े की मात्रा, उसका मतलब कृति का मतलब होता है पंडित।
So the kriti with the long e, that means pandit, and the kriti with short e, that means endeavor.
तो भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु में रूप गोस्वामी जी कहते हैं ना, कृति साध्य।
In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami explains kriti sadhya. There also he uses the word kriti.
कृति जो है उसका मतलब होता है
that kriti means kriya or endeavor.
बात कह रहे हूँ, देखने में बड़ा साधारण सा श्लोक है, आधा ही एक शब्द का प्रयोग किया उन्होंने, कृति.
He uses the word kriti, and the other word he uses is bhava.
साध्य भाव साधना में था. तो जो साधन भक्ति है उसमें क्या होता है?
So in sadhan bhakti there is indriya vyapar. Kriti means indriya vyapar. It means engagement of senses.
हमारा कृति का व्यापार है.
Whatever we do with our senses, that is the kriti vyapar, engagement of senses. We are doing these actions. But the other one is bhav, intention.
तो हमारा क्रिया के प्रति भाव क्या है?
So what is our intention behind our sadhana or the action? So the action is external and the bhava is internal. So action is visible to others. If you are sweeping in the temple, going to Mangalarati, doing worship, everyone can see that. But what is your intention behind doing this? Why are you doing all this? That is something that others don't understand. And the real thing is bhava only.
भगवान जो है वो क्रिया को तो देख ही रहे हैं, उसको तो हम भी देख रहे हैं.
Bhagavan is seeing the actions.
लेकिन वो देख रहे हैं कि
if we see, he also sees, but he also sees the intention behind the action, which we are unable to see, but he can see from the beginning itself, because he is seated within. So we cannot hide from him. Externally, we can make a show. People will say that he is a big devotee, Mahabhagavata, Rasik Bhakta. People give all these types of names, but actually only Bhagavan knows who is a devotee, who is not. Nothing is hidden from him. And if we learn Shastra, then we cannot hide it. But we are also little bewildered when others praise us, then we like it. We may say externally that, oh no, I am a very fallen person, but internally they feel so happy that, see, wherever I go, others pay obeisances to me. All that is fine, but actually if we want bhakti, then we have to understand the facts. Although Bhagavan here is teaching Arjuna, we have to understand that he is teaching us. Otherwise, we will just learn what he has explained to Arjuna, and we will give lecture to others also, that 4 types of people do bhajan. But what is our benefit in that? We have to analyze where are we stuck. So this bhava that we have, bhava is of 2 types. One is the material bhava, the other is the spiritual bhava. 2 types of desires, 2 types of actions, 2 types of bhava. So there we have to check, why are we doing bhajan? So mostly what happens is that when we are preaching to others to bring them to bhakti, then how do we preach? We say that if you don't do bhakti, you will suffer, you will go to hell, and this and that. So when he will come to this path, he will come with this mindset only. So this will be his goal. But this is not actually bhakti. Bhagavan is addressing them as Sukriti and Udara also. That is fine. But actually the bhakti what Bhagavan wants to explain, that is different only. Rupa Goswami, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they say that all these four, they are not pure devotees, they are not even Jnani. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also, Sri Jiva Goswami has given a very long commentary to this verse. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Gita commentary, he also writes. So, this Artha, some people say, do Arati, then your Artha situation will go away, although they have no connection with each other. So this Artha means he has some suffering, and for that reason he comes to Bhagavan. So that is good. At least he is coming to take shelter of Bhagavan. In this respect, he is Sukriti. He accepts Bhagavan, although he is coming for his own benefit only. Bhakti is Anukulyana Krishnanushīlanam, but he is not on that stage. This is the step one. Generally, people do Sakam Bhakti only. Nishkam, they may become Nishkam later by Sadhu Sangha, by learning Shastra. But in the beginning, generally, people who do Bhakti, they do Bhakti with the desire only. So this desire, the desire is this only. What is being shown here, that our suffering, this is the first point. Why do people go to temple? Mostly for this reason only, that if we face any trouble,
तो ये पहला वाला है। और फिर दूसरा जिज्ञासु, जिज्ञासु हुआ जिसको ज्ञान चाहिए, वो समझना चाहता है तत्व वस्तु क्या है, तो इसके लिए भगवान का भजन करता है कि भगवान की कृपा से।
Jigyasu is one who wants to know the tattva, so he does bhajan with that desire, like Shaunak Rishi, Muchukunda, Janaka, Shrutadev. Their kathas are mentioned in Bhagavatam. So they are Jigyasu. Artha example is Gajendra. Draupadi also had called Bhagavan.
Artha Bhakt, Jigyasu Bhakt. और फिर
so these Artha Bhakta, Jigyasu Bhakta, and then the third one is Artharthi. Artha means wealth. Arthi means one who desires that. So one who is desirous of wealth, he also approaches Bhagavan. Some people, they worship Lakshmi, they do Havan, that I should get Lakshmi. So they come to Bhagavan with this desire. Dhruva also approached Bhagavan. He also worshipped Bhagavan. He did severe austerities. He wanted a kingdom, post, position, wealth. But later he understood that this is wrong. We don't need all this from Bhagavan. But it began like this only. So this is what we generally see, that people, they either go to Bhagavan for getting rid of their suffering or to get some blessing. But then slowly their heart becomes purified and then they become sadhaka in the bhakti. But if we actually want wealth, so this is also seen, that if we want wealth, that's why we go to temple, we are doing our business also, or involved in some other project. We don't do it properly. People do it dishonestly, they do cheating, and then they go to temple, and if their work is done, they give some donation there also. But then that Artharthi is not correct. Because if you are Artharthi and if you are doing bhajan, then don't do cheating. Either you take shelter of cheating or take shelter of Bhagavan. So one who is earning wealth by cheating and also going to temple, he is not in the Artharthi that Bhagavan is speaking of here. Because Artharthi means that I depend on Bhagavan for getting wealth. Like Dhruva. is the correct example of Artharthi.
तो उनसे कामना करना, उनसे इच्छा करना, वो अर्थार्थी। और फिर चौथा जो है वो ज्ञानी है। तो ज्ञानी वो है जो समझता है।
The next one is Jnani. Jnani is one who understands Bhagavan.
लेकिन क्योंकि उसके पास ज्ञान है तो वो मोक्ष चाहता है।
And because he has the jnana, he wants moksha. He knows that my bondage is due to ignorance, due to avidya. So he does bhajan to get liberation. That's why dharma, artha, kama, moksha, out of these four, moksha is considered the topmost purushartha. So he goes to Bhagavan with this desire. So the first three are sakama, that is clear. The fourth one is nishkama, but he also has a desire, but that is paramarthik desire, spiritual desire. That is why it's known as nishkama. Like the devotees, they desire to please Bhagavan. That desire is not the desire referred here. When we say sakam, it means having material desires, and nishkam means having spiritual desire, because one cannot become totally free of desire. There is no person who can be completely free of any desire. That is impossible. Why it is impossible? Because we are not aptakam. We are not paripurna kam. As long as we have body, at least we have some desires for the body. That's why nobody is totally free of desire, but the desire will be either material or spiritual, considering that we categorize into sakama and nishkama. That's why this jnani is known as nishkama. But this also is not a pure devotee. Jiva Goswami ji has clarified it. But he says that these four, if they get the association of pure devotee, then they can give up their sakamata or nishkamata and become pure devotee. The first three are mixed devotees, and the fourth one is Gyan Mishra. The first three, what will they get? So the first three, after growing bhakti, when they fulfill their desire, they will get salokya, like Dhruva. And the Jnani, he will attain Shantarati, like Kumaras. There, for them there is Shantarati, because when their desire will be fulfilled, and Bhagavan himself says, Bhagavan says that this person has approached me, he desires something from me. If I fulfill his desire, he will again come to me. So I will give him something that he will not have material desire again. So then Bhagavan grants his own bhakti. Then the devotee remains happy with that only. Now one question may be raised, that just like in the previous verse, Moodha and Naradhama, Maya, Pritagyana, Asuram, Bhavam, Ashrita, these four were successively more inferior. But here successively they should be more superior, and the Jnani should be topmost. And later Bhagavan will also say that Jnani is my Atma only. So this Jigyasu, why does he become inferior to the Artharthi? Actually, the order is Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu and Jnani. This should be the order, because Jigyasu is better than. So regarding this, there are two explanations. One is by Sri Ramanujacharya or Madhusudan Saraswati. Madhusudan Saraswati says that Jigyasu is kept in the middle because when the Jigyasu will be in trouble, he will become Artha. and
भोजन पानी की इच्छा होगी तो अर्थार्थी हो
when
जाएगा,
he wants something, he will become Artharthi. So
इसलिए
he can shift both ways. That's why
ऐसा
he's
है
kept in the middle. This is
नहीं कि
how
उसको
he
कोई
explains,
समस्या आती है
meaning
तो क्योंकि
that
उसको
if
भगवान
he
का
is
भक्त है तो
having
भगवान के
some
पास ही
trouble,
जाएगा, क्योंकि शुद्ध भक्त
if
तो
he
है
is
नहीं।
devotee, then he will go to Bhagwan, but he is
उसको
not a
अगर
pure devotee.
बहुत बड़ा
So
कष्ट आ गया तो भगवान के
if
पास
he
ही
is into
जाएगा कि
trouble,
भगवान मैं आपके शरणागत हूँ।
uh,
और
he will
उसको कुछ
pray to
भेंट इत्यादि की
Bhagavan
आवश्यकता होगी
if
तो वो
he
भी
that I
उनसे
please relieve
मांगेगा।
me from
तो
suffering,
इसलिए
and if
बीच
he
में
wants
इसलिए छोड़
wealth,
दिया उसको।
then he will ask that from
ऐसी
Bhagavan.
उन्होंने
So he is kept in
मधुसूदन
the
सरस्वती जी
middle.
ने व्याख्या की
So
है।
this is how Madhusudan
लेकिन
Saraswati
वेदांत देशिक अपने
explains.
दूसरी
But
व्याख्या में
Vedanta Deshika has
मीमांसा का एक
explained in
प्रिंसिपल
different
है
way. There is a
कि
principle in
पाठ क्रम
Mimamsa
अर्थ क्रमो बलियान, कि क्रम जो है एक तो पाठ का होता है, जो यहाँ पर
that there is an
पाठ
order in the
अर्थार्थी
reading,
जिज्ञासु आया, फिर
that is
अर्थार्थी फिर
Pathakram,
ज्ञानी आया। एक क्रम होता है
and the other order is
अर्थ के अनुसार।
according to
तो
meaning.
अर्थ मतलब अर्थ के अनुसार जो क्रम होगा वो पाठ से अलग हो सकता है। तो जैसे वो उदाहरण देते हैं तो ये
So
वागुन
just like he explains,
और दूसरा क्या होमम करोति, तो पहले आता है कि वो होम करता है, उसके बाद में आता है ये वागु
so first
पकाता है।
you understand he does
वास्तव
homa
में तो होम
and then
करने के
cooks.
लिए उसको
So
यवागु
actually
चाहिए,
he needs
लेकिन
the
वो
Yavagu for home,
जो बाद में आता है।
but the Yavagu
तो
Pachati part
इसलिए
comes
वहाँ
later.
पाठ क्रम को छोड़ के अर्थ क्रम कर
So
लेते हैं,
leaving the
इसलिए अर्थ जो
Pathakram, the
करना चाहिए
Arthakrama
पहले
is
उसको
taken, the
पूरा
order of
करना पड़ेगा,
meaning.
तो बाद में।
What is required first,
तो
we
उस
take it
न्याय से
first.
जो है यहाँ
So
क्रम
according to
अर्थ के
that
अनुसार
Nyaya,
आर्थ
here
अर्थार्थी जिज्ञासु और ज्ञानी ऐसा लिया जाएगा, तो फिर कोई समस्या नहीं होगी।
Artha Artha Jigyasu
और
Artharthi
इसका
Jnani.
अखंडानंद सरस्वती जी ने एक बड़ा विचित्र अर्थ किया, बड़ा
Akhandanand
मजेदार
Saraswati ji has given a very
वृंदावन
interesting meaning.
परक अर्थ उन्होंने किया। उन्होंने कहा कि ये श्लोक जो
He
है
says that
गोपियों की स्थिति को बता रहा है।
he says that this verse explains the state of
भगवान
gopis.
कृष्ण गोपियों के साथ रासलीला में थे,
Bhagavan Krishna was in
गोपियों को
Ras
थोड़ा
Leela
सा
with the gopis, and then gopis
तो
they had some pride.
प्रसाद आए प्रशांत आए तत्रैव अंतर्धीयते, तो उनका मत देख के उन पर कृपा करने के
So
लिए
seeing
भगवान
that
पर
their pride,
प्रधान हो गए।
in order
तो गोपियों
to
को विरह
out
हुआ,
of compassion, he disappeared
तो
from
विरह
there.
की पीड़ा हुई तो वो
Then the
आर्त
gopis felt separation. So that is
तो
arth.
आर्त जो है वो विरह स्थिति में
So the
गोपियां हैं।
arth is the state of separation,
और क्योंकि
the
भगवान चले
gopis.
गए उनको छोड़कर,
And since
तो उनको
Bhagavan left
जिज्ञासा हुई
them, then
कहाँ
they
गए,
had the inquisitiveness, the
कौन
jigyasa,
किधर
that
देखा
where
इधर
is
इधर
he?
देखा कहाँ गए हो, तो उनकी जिज्ञासा हुई, तो वो जिज्ञासु
So
हो
he
गए।
had this inquisitiveness, they
फिर
became
उन्होंने इनको
jigyasu,
ढूंढा अर्थार्थ,
and then they
ढूंढा ना
searched
उनका
Bhagavan,
भगवान ही उनके
Artharthi,
आर्थ है।
because for them their
तो
Artha
उनको
is
ढूंढ रही
Bhagavan
हैं,
only.
कभी तुलसी से
So
पूछ
they
रही
were
हैं, कभी
searching
हिरण
for
से
him.
पूछ रही हैं, कभी
They
पेड़
were
पत्तों
asking
से हिसाब
Tulasi
लिए
or
हैं
the
कि क्या
deer or the
आपकी
trees, the
आंखों में बड़ी
leaves.
चमक चमक है, लगता है इधर
Did
से
you
निकल के
see
गए।
him?
तो फिर वो अर्थार्थी
Your
हो
eyes
गए।
are shining. Did he go from
और
here?
उसके बाद में फिर भगवान उनके बीच में
And
प्रकट हुए,
then when Bhagavan appeared in their
आसन्नावबोधयते
midst,
स्मयमान मुखाम्बुज, तो उस समय वो ज्ञानी बन गए।
then they became
ऐसा
Jnani.
भगवान है यहाँ पर, तो बड़ा विलक्षण
So this is a
श्लोक अर्थ किया,
unique
हालांकि प्रकरण में ऐसा नहीं
interpretation of
होता,
this
लेकिन
meaning that Akhandanand Saraswati ji has given, although it doesn't fit in the
वृंदावन
context,
पर अर्थ उन्होंने
but
किया।
it is Vrindavan specific meaning that he has
तो
given.
ये जो सुकृति हैं,
So these
ये
Sukritis,
इनको अगर महत संग प्राप्त हो जाएगा तो
if
फिर
they attain the association
ये
of pure
अपनी
devotee, then
कामनाओं को छोड़ देंगे
they will give up their
और
desires
फिर भगवान का शुद्ध रूप से भजन करेंगे।
and they will do
और ज्ञानी भी
pure
अनेक प्रकार
bhajan
के
of
होते हैं, ये
Bhagavan.
ज्ञानी शब्द से
And
भी
then
बोध किया
Gyanis
जाता
are
है।
also of many
ज्ञानी
types
का
because here
एक
the word
जो
Gyani is
व्याख्या
also
इन्होंने किया
used.
है वो है कि वो ऐश्वर्य परक भगवान का ज्ञान है उनको, वो उनकी माधुर्य परक व्यक्तित्व को नहीं समझते हैं, उनका ऐश्वर्य परक है, इसलिए उनको ज्ञान कहा है। तो इसलिए ज्ञानी भक्त तीन प्रकार के होते हैं, एक ऐश्वर्य ज्ञानवान, एक माधुर्य ज्ञानवान और एक मिश्रित ज्ञानवान। तो यहाँ जो ज्ञानी शब्द का प्रयोग किया गया है वो ऐश्वर्य परक ज्ञान है। जैसे उसका मुख्य उदाहरण कुमारों को ही दिया जाता है, क्योंकि उनको ऐश्वर्य को समझते हैं और उनको भी ब्रह्म स्वरूप मानते हैं वो। तो ये 4 प्रकार के भगवान के सुकृति भक्त हैं जो उनका भजन
So
करते
these
हैं।
are the 4 types of
तो
Sukriti
ये 2
Bhakta who
विभाग
do
उन्होंने किए हैं
bhajan
जिनके
of
बारे में
Bhagavan.
थोड़ी उनकी प्रशंसा
So he has
करेंगे कि
made 2
इनमें से
divisions.
कौन श्रेष्ठ है। और आगे फिर और भक्ति का विचार करेंगे, तो वो हम अगले प्रवचन में देखेंगे। अभी इसके ऊपर कोई प्रश्न है तो पूछ सकते हैं। संदीप।
धन्यवाद, प्रणाम बाबा जी महाराज। सो अगर जिज्ञासु तत्व जिज्ञासा के लिए प्रयत्न कर रहा है, तो वो
So
कर्म
if the
मिश्रित
Jigyasu is endeavoring for Tattva Jigyasa, how can he be considered as Karma Mishrit?
तत्व जिज्ञासा
Karma Mishrit means he just wants the result of that.
फल से परे नहीं है।
So is Tattva Jigyasa not beyond the phala?
मतलब वो ज्ञान
Tattva
प्राप्त
Jigyasa means he wants the knowledge.
कामना इतनी ही है,
His desire is that much only.
इसलिए नहीं कर रहा है। इसलिए तो
He is
मैंने
not
कहा
doing
वो भाव को देखना
bhakti.
पड़ेगा कि वो भक्ति इसलिए नहीं कर रहा है कि मेरे को भगवान की भक्ति करनी है, उनको प्रसन्न करना है। वो प्रसन्न भी करना चाहता है तो इसलिए कि मेरे को कुछ
He
मिले।
wants to please Bhagwan.
तो उसको आप चाहो तो ज्ञान मिश्र कह सकते हैं।
So you can consider him as Gyan Mishra also.
चक्रवर्ती जी उनको कर्म मिश्र
Vishwanath Chakravarti ji considers him as Karma Mishra only. He says all the 3 are grihasthas, Jnani is sannyasi. Accordingly, he categorizes.
उसमें एक दूसरा प्रश्न ये आता है कि मतलब जो आपने
The next question is,
भक्तों के, वो तो सभी जैसे तत्व जिज्ञासा वाले ही थे, तो फिर उनको फिर ज्ञान मिश्रित मिलेंगे हम।
हाँ, क्योंकि उनको ज्ञान चाहिए ना, उनको
अच्छा,
उनको फल यही चाहिए ना, तो इसलिए मिश्रित है। मिश्रित का मतलब यही होता है ना कि आपको फल क्या चाहिए, क्या चाह रहे हैं आप। जो अन्याभिलाषित शून्यम कहा रूप गोस्वामी जी ने, उसका मतलब है कि आप और कुछ नहीं चाहते हैं, तो उसको उत्तम भक्ति कहते हैं। और अगर और कुछ दूसरी इच्छा होती है तो वो मिश्रण हो जाता है उसका। उसमें भक्ति तो वो भी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन साथ में कुछ मिश्रण है। तो इसलिए भाव को देखना आवश्यक होता है, और हमको भाव ही शुद्ध करना अपना। हमारे भाव में ही मिश्रण रहता है ना। हम किस भाव से मंदिर जा रहे हैं, किस भाव से भक्ति कर रहे हैं, तो हमको ही पता है ना। और शायद हमको भी ना पता हो, क्यों- कभी ऐसे ही चलते रहते हैं ना लोग भीड़ चाल से।
people who with herd mentality, everyone is doing so. I also do.
इसको समझना आवश्यक है कि मैं किस लिए कर रहा हूँ, मेरे हृदय में क्या है, क्या चीज मैं प्राप्त करना चाहता हूँ।
What is in my heart? What do I want to attain?
आवश्यक है।
So in this way, it is important to understand this.
इसके पिछले श्लोक पे भी एक प्रश्न था मेरा। जैसे आपने समझाया कि मतलब 2 ही श्रेणी हो सकती है, भगवत सामुख्य, भगवत विमुख्य, जो कि जीव गोस्वामी जी भी अपने तत्व संदर्भ में सबसे पहले उसी की व्याख्या करते हैं। तो
So Bhagavad Samukhya and Bhagavad Vaimukhya, as Sri Jiva Goswami ji explains, so in this society, there are so many such societies. They consider, they say they are spiritual, but then their focus is on themselves only.
कुछ तो ऐसे बहुत पॉपुलर, या पॉपुलर क्या बोले, बहुत फॉलोइंग भी है, ऐसे गुरु भी हैं जिसमें ऐसा उनके प्रवचन या उनकी कुछ भी अगर बात सुने तो उधर कोई भगवान का वर्णन तो नहीं होता। तो उनको क्या हम इस चारों कैटेगरी में डाल सकते हैं, या मतलब कुछ ये थोड़ा सा क्लैरिटी नहीं आ पा रही है कि वो क्या कैटेगरी है। मैं अब उनका नाम नहीं लेना चाहते, कई ऐसी संस्थाएं हैं।
नहीं तो
So
उसमें
then
देखना
in what
पड़ेगा ना,
category do they fall?
हो
Because there are so many institutions. So you have to see properly, because they also worship
किसी का
someone.
पूजन भजन नहीं है, मतलब इन द सेंस अपने
No,
आप
but
आप शांत हो जाइए, आप सब कुछ भुला दीजिए, आप सबको माफ कर दीजिए, वगैरह वगैरह, इस तरह से।
तो वो तो इसमें नहीं आते, वो न्यूट्रल समझिए।
so they
वो ये
don't, if they are not worshipping anyone, then they don't fall in this category.
नहीं, वो तो विरोध तो नहीं कर रहे हैं ना वो।
No, but they are not
भगवान का
opposing.
विरोध नहीं करते हैं, पर इसमें तो नहीं आएंगे, वो इस 4 कैटेगरी में तो नहीं आएंगे।
They are not opposing Bhagavan, so they don't fall in this category.
विरोध कर रहा है वही आसुरी भाव।
So one who is opposing only is Asuri
भगवान को
Bhav.
मानते हैं नहीं मानते
You have to check it.
आजकल बहुत योगा सोसाइटी है, ऐसे वो योगा कर रहे हैं।
So nowadays there are so many yoga societies, they are just doing yoga. People consider them also as spiritual, but what is spiritual in that?
भगवान की कोई बात नहीं करते हैं,
When there is no talk of Bhagavan,
अध्यात्म की भी बात नहीं होती,
there is no talk of spirituality also. It is all centered on body only.
पहली कैटेगरी में ही जाएगा,
That will go in the first category, mood,
मूढ़ा मोहित।
bewildered.
क्योंकि जो आपकी जो इंग्लिश जो ट्रांसलेशन है भगवत गीता की, उसमें आपने मतलब आसुरी का दिया है सेक्युलरिस्टिक मटेरियलिस्टिक।
हाँ, तो अलग अलग व्याख्या कर सकते हैं ना, इनकी बहुत प्रकार से व्याख्या होती
So
है।
this can be explained in many ways.
तो अब डिपेंड करता है आप क्या व्याख्या कर रहे हैं। जो
So it depends on what
वो मूड
explanation you are doing. So according to today's context, I would say they are in mood.
कुछ ऐसे गुरु भी हैं, मतलब उनकी बहुत,
And then there are some gurus also who have huge following, especially we see in South India, but hardly there is any talk about Bhagavan. So can we consider them on Gyan Marga? They don't talk about Brahman also. So I am saying no. Then you have to consider them bewildered only. If they are not talking about Bhagavan only, no talk of Brahma, then they fall in the first category.
अब देखने में बुरा लग सकता है,
Now you may feel bad considering this, but actually they fit like this only.
संभावना ही नहीं है, और पहली वाली में भी मूड में ही आएंगे, मोहित हैं, क्योंकि वो विरोध भी नहीं कर रहे हैं। तो माया अपहृत ज्ञान इसी को बोलते हैं, माया अपहृत ज्ञान कह लीजिए, मूड कह लीजिए, माया के प्रभाव से ऐसा चलते हैं।
धन्यवाद।
लीला रानी जी पूछती हैं, बाबा जी कभी कभी हम देखते हैं कि जो लोग कृष्ण जी की शरण में आते हैं उनमें भी आसुरी स्वभाव और समझ की कमी होती है। वे महिलाओं, बच्चों, गायों आदि
sometimes we see that even those who come to Krishna also have asuric natures and lack wisdom. They abuse and exploit women, children, cows, etc. And they lack any of the divine qualities listed in the Gita. But they chant and attend class and take Diksha, though their behavior remains asuric towards other Vaishnavas. How do we understand this?
अपराध के कारण होता है। जब व्यक्ति अपराध करता है तो उसका परिणाम यही होता है, उसके स्वभाव में इस प्रकार का व्यवहार आता है। क्योंकि अपराध का मतलब क्या होता है, जो आपको भक्ति से विमुख करती है। तो
aparad means that which takes you away from bhakti. So here the 19th verse will be there,
भगवान सब में है,
that Bhagavan is in everyone, and here he is telling it is all Bhagavan only.
नाम जप कर रहे हैं तो वो,
so when they are doing bhakti, nam japa, they have not, but then they have not understood properly. It is all due to aparad.
और फिर उससे और ज्यादा अपराध करते हैं,
then they do more aparad.
मूल कारण अपराध है।
So the main reason is aparad only.
अपराध का मतलब है जो विमुखता लाता है,
because aparad means that which brings vimukhata. Vimukhata does not mean only vimukhata from Bhagavan, but vimukhata from things related to Bhagavan, vimukhata from devotees. That only.
यूट्यूब से सच्चिदानंद दास जी का प्रश्न है कि प्रहलाद महाराज को भी ज्ञानी भक्त कहा जाता है।
Next question. Prahlad Maharaj is also sometimes called a Jnani Bhakta. In what sense is he called as Jnani Bhakta? So Jnani means is the one, there Jnani means one who is influenced by the Aishwarya of Bhagavan. This is more about the bhav. As I said, it is little difficult, as unless you understand what is the ultimate, the culmination of Uttama Bhakti. And actually that is not actually the culmination, that actually is Uttama Bhakti. Then before that only, also there are devotees, but then they also have some desires. And as I said, desires are of two types. One is paramarthik, one is laukik.
उसमें केवल मुक्ति की कामना नहीं है, और भी कामनाएं होती हैं. ये तो दो एक मोटा विभाग हमने किया है कि भाई वो केवल मुक्ति चाहते हैं, क्योंकि मुक्ति के भी तो अनेक प्रकार है ना. सारूप्य मुक्ति,
because mukti is also of many types. Sarupya mukti, salokya mukti, sarshti. They have this desire.
लेकिन ये भौतिक वैभव नहीं, पारमार्थिक.
This is not the bhautik vaibhav, paramarthik. So that's why the devotees,
कामनाएं रहती हैं, तो वो कामना
they also have desires.
तो उसको आप.
So when we say desire, you don't confuse that with material desire. But because there is no other desire, the word kamana has to be used.
तो उसके कारण जो है उनको फिर,
because of that, they are known as Jnani or Jnana Mishra or Yoga Mishra.
नरेश जी पूछते हैं कि इस विरोधाभास को हम कैसे समझें? कभी-कभी हम ऐसे
Next question, how should we understand the contradiction? Sometimes we see devotees who are spiritually elevated, have a command on Shastras, they are very disciplined about their morning sadhana, yet despite all this, they sometimes seem not to be fully dependent on Krishna and may still have attachment to money and material security. Yeah, so that is the mixing that we have discussed in the class. This mixing, it continues for long. So here what is being explained, that is due to this reason only, that we try to understand this for our own purpose. The main reason is that we are in this material world, and since Anadi, we have got so many samskaras. So it is natural that if we have suffering and we cannot get rid of this suffering, we try to take shelter of someone who can remove our suffering. If a child is in trouble, then he runs towards his mother. Similarly, those who are the Sukriti, when they are in trouble, they remember Bhagavan. That's why they are known here as Sukriti. So, because we have these samskaras within, that's why when we come to this path of bhakti, we understand this. Then from both sides, we have the samskaras. One is the old one and one is the new one. That's why it is very essential to do Shravan, to understand Shastra. So why does this happen? Because these samskaras are continuing. And unless you endeavor for that by learning Shastra, unless you understand your faults, this will continue. And as I said earlier, we made aparadh and then this continues. And it may also happen that you may even go away from the path of bhakti due to aparadh, because then there will be lack of shraddha and your mind will be engaged in the material objects, and you will like that only, and we do what we like only. Arjun said that even without desire you do it because you have rasa in that. That's why it is essential to understand it. So this continues for long, this mixing. And Bhakta has to be very careful, as it was said in the Upanishad. So we have to be careful on this path. The spiritual path is not easy. And its main reason is why it is not easy. It's mainly because our previous samskaras, they pull us, they push us, they give desires in us. And there is so much food for these samskaras in this world. So they keep getting activated. And you don't have to go anywhere else. You have internet, so everything is there.
तो उसको हम भोजन उसको भी देते हैं, इसको भी।
So we give food to the samskaras also, but they remain strong because they are already there, seated deeply.
कोई किसी सिंहासन पर बैठा हुआ है तो उसको छोड़ना नहीं चाहता ना, तो
So one who is on the singhasan, he doesn't want to give it up. So you have to work hard to get rid of that.
राजा परीक्षित किस श्रेणी में आएंगे?
राजा परीक्षित किस श्रेणी में आएंगे?
Next question, King Parikshit will fall in which category? So he doesn't fall in any of these 4 categories.
क्योंकि वो तो सब कुछ छोड़ के भगवान,
because he left everyone and took full shelter of Bhagavan.
यही कहा था ना कि 10 तो
He had said this only.
पहले अध्याय में यही कहा ना।
This was his point in the first chapter.
गंगा च देवी धृतचित्तमी से उन्होंने कहा था कि 10 तो
he had said
तक्षको वा गायतो अलम विष्णु गाथा, आप विष्णु गाथा गाइए।
that you sing about Vishnu. I want to hear that only.
उनको तो बचपन में ही भगवान के दर्शन हो गए थे गर्भ में।
So he had got darshan of Bhagavan in childhood only.
बाबा जी मेरा एक प्रश्न है, इन 4 लोगों में आपने बताया कि आरंभ के 3 कर्म मिश्र में आते हैं और ज्ञानी जो हैं वो ज्ञान मिश्र में आते हैं, तो भगवान ने शुद्ध भक्त का वर्णन
आगे करेंगे, आएगा।
So later he will explain about pure devotees.
मैया सक्त मना पार्थ है, तो पहले ही कह दिया ना, इस श्लोक, इस अध्याय का पहला श्लोक क्या है?
The first chapter of this verse, what was that? That was about pure devotion only.
योगम युंजन मदाश्रय, वहीं तो बोल दिया उन्होंने।
There only he made that point. Later also he will make the same point.
ठीक है, तो प्रार्थना श्लोक। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर् ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजंघ्रये भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्त्वं नमामि हरिं परम्। हरि ओम तत्सत्।